coming to you live from the beautiful Puna Sports Centre here in Christchurch, as we see some of the aerial footage over the two turfs here at the fantastic facility down in Christchurch. We've got our first men's A match coming up for the day between the Christchurch Indians side and Pukekohe Indians side. Both men's A games went to penalty shootouts yesterday in absolutely thrilling fashion, and expect nothing less of these matches here today. We're excited to bring you this first men's A match of the day. I'm joined on the call by Ramesh Bana from the Christchurch Indian Sports Club. Ramesh, welcome. Thanks for hosting us here at QBT 2022. Tell us a little bit about your involvement with Christchurch Indians and then with QBT.
Oh, Brett, once again, thank you very much, and everybody, welcome to Christchurch. As you can see, it's a wonderful day. We have a good old easterly blowing. We call it the lazy wind because it goes straight through you rather than around you. But overall, the weather's been superb. The hockey has been great. My involvement, Brad, I've started from an early age as being a player, committee member, and then on the executive in various roles as president, secretary, and so forth, and also delegate to the New Zealand Indian Sports Association. So quite a long history, and I'm fortunate enough to be bestowed the life membership from the Christchurch Indian Sports Club as well. So it's an honoured position, and I feel very humbled by it. Brad.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic to have you here, both for your expertise and knowledge of this tournament and these players, but also how much you've given back to both the Christchurch Indian Sports Club as well as New Zealand Indian Sports Association. So thank you so much for joining us. And as we see the teams go into their final preparation, it'll be the Puke Indians in their traditional green and yellow kit, and the Christchurch Indians in the red and black. And as mentioned, Christchurch Indians hosting QBT 2022 this year. It's fantastic to have the tournament down here and showcase the Indian talent down here in Christchurch especially, but across the country. And as mentioned, two cracking games yesterday. The Christchurch Indians won a penalty shootout 8-7, intense fashion over the Auckland Indians, and Pukekohe just lost out in their penalty shootout against Wellington. So both teams with a lot to play for in today's game. Results can still go either way for all four sides in the men's A competition.
Eight shootouts, a long shootout really, when you think about it, Brett.
It is, absolutely.
Normally you get a result straight after 5, but 8, it's like round 2.
Yeah, and a real spectacle for the people that were able to join us here at QBT at Napunawai yesterday. We've got today 2 games today for each side, as well as the finals kicking off tomorrow, which will be absolutely fantastic as the teams go through their final bits of preparation. There we'll see the game is umpired by Tom Rutherford and Max Beach in the yellow. They'll do a fantastic job, and is often the case, will be managing the passion and the pride, and these two teams, both with rich history at QBT, will really want to make sure that they put themselves in the best position possible for finals matches tomorrow.
Absolutely. And I'd like to say a wee plug to the umpires out there. The standard of umpiring is superb. Good umpiring leads to good hockey. Yep. And we're very, very fortunate with good hockey here over the yesterday and today, as we'll see with this men's A team. I believe the men's A team, they had a couple of injuries yesterday, and two of them, the 2 injuries were from the Christchurch team, and both of them had Achilles issues, and they were in casts at the moment. Both of them. One's in red and the other one is in black.
Yeah, that's the they leave it all on the line out here, these sides, and that's the joys of what comes with playing with passion and pride for your culture and your association. As we see the two teams come out here lined up, as mentioned, Puke Indians in the green, Christchurch Indians in the red and black. And we've got some real stars of New Zealand Indian hockey out there over this weekend. And I was up at Heritage Hockey Tournament just recently, and we saw the likes of Nedish Suka and his exploits for the New Zealand Indian side. But it's also cool to see the Haids are out there again, as they usually are for the Christchurch Indian side.
We're very lucky to have them.
Yep,
absolutely.
It's awesome to see Abir Mukherjee down again, playing for Christchurch Indians as well. And just special mention in goal there, Pukekohe Indians, is Suresh Wallab, the president of the New Zealand Indian Sports Association, and one of the real working hands in putting this event as well as the Heritage Hockey Tournament together over the last wee while. He'll kit up in goal for the Pukekohe side.
Yeah, he's been a very busy boy over the last few weeks, and especially in the last 24 hours.
Yep, yeah. So he's out there in that role, and obviously was supporting his daughter, who was goalkeeping for the Harbour Indian women's side in the previous game. A busy guy, Suresh, but he'll be out there with the Pukekohe side, and it'll be the Christchurch Indians with first use of the ball through Cam Haid.
And we're away.
And there's Mitch Haid, his brother, throwing the big aerial bomb, putting some pressure on the back group there of Pukekohe Indians. Good high-paced start from both teams here, wanting to get the upper hand. It's one thing we'll notice, Ramesh, I'm sure both teams with that aerial overhead exploit. Mitch Haid throws a good one for Christchurch.
He does, yep.
And
seems
Nedish
to land
equally.
quite nicely, doesn't it?
Yep.
Pinpoint accuracy there.
Yeah, and Nedish throws a pretty good one for Pukekohe as well. So
right,
it'll create some opportunity for both sides. And this is Cam Haid.
Oh, here we go. Going in for a shot. No.
Yeah, there's opportunity straight away there for Christchurch Indians.
Yep.
Well cleared there by Suresh Wallab in goal. And here come Pukekohe Indians.
Pukekohe Indians are taking away, coming in on attack. Christchurch managed to retrieve the ball again. Cam is there, and we've got Sanjay Kanji ready for the ball, but not to be.
Yeah, and this is Nedish Sukar on the ball. He earned himself at this year's New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament the nickname of the world's fastest Indian.
Oh, is that right?
When he gets going, he's pretty rapid there,
right.
Neats. Yeah, he's not sporting the mohawk he was previously at that tournament.
Okay, so he's at a facelift.
He's aerodynamic.
Or Derek.
That's Sanjay Ganda there in goal for the Christchurch Indians, coming out and just shutting all of that down, as we can see the crowd starting to build up here a little bit at Ngā, which is awesome to see in support of the home side.
Yeah, they're definitely building up here in the grandstand anyway.
Yeah, and for those of you unable to join us in Christchurch, hopefully you are joining along through New Zealand Indian Sports Association website or Facebook page or the YouTube channel. Thanks to the broadcast here of Local Gecko Productions, we bring you all the action live over these next couple of days of QBT 2022.
Yes, been very fortunate to get the sponsorship and to be able to live cast. It's been brilliant. It's much appreciated.
Looks like
Pukekohe back into attack again.
That's great work along the baseline there.
Yeah.
Just unable to find the foot. Here's Cam Haid.
Beautiful stick work there. Now they're away.
Yeah, an absolute world-class striker, Cam Haid is.
He is, definitely. It's a good man to have on your team.
Yeah, and the self-proclaimed world's greatest free man there, Mitch Haid, his brother. He's out there. It's awesome to see the family connections. Of course, we've got the Panchir brothers out there for Pukekohe Indians. See Jared and Daniel out there.
Oh, and they've got the goal. Yeah,
fantastic tip in there, right in front of the goal there.
Yep, absolutely.
That's an excellent finish there in front of goal. He didn't have a lot of angle to work with.
No, he didn't.
So we see the replay here. It's ball down the sideline.
Hit the stayer.
Yeah, well kept in here on the baseline, and it's Just a nice little touch pass in. Yeah, and
they're on the board.
For those familiar with playing Puke Indians, Hiddish, a legendary goal scorer for the Puke Indians club. You don't have to give him much space up in the circle for him to create an opportunity. Hits, and he's got them on the board, and just like that we had opportunity at both ends already. Ramesh,
Already, yes we have, haven't we? Yep.
It's 1-0 here to Puke Indians.
Nice early start for them.
Great ball forward here for Puke Indians if they can
nice
link up.
Wee break.
And Mitch Haight does well there to clean that one up. Cam Haight on the ball.
Oh.
It's nice, open, free-flowing hockey.
Yep.
Mukherjee wants the ball going forward.
Yep.
No call there from umpire Max Beach. Like to see it just let play.
Hamish is there and had a shot, but deflection, but missed. Gone to the right of the post.
Yeah, that's Abir Mukherjee there, just working hard up front on Nidish Suka.
Cam got the ball again.
Contest there, Daniel Panchia.
Yep.
There won't be any shortage of those.
No, I don't think there will be today. No. That's what makes the game good.
Yep.
Exciting
Here's the
to watch.
entry here.
Yeah. Arush had the ball there.
Christchurch Indians with the ball and attacking. Great tackle there by Nidish Suka.
Yeah.
Here he is. He on the run overhead.
On the run. Here we go. No.
And just left to run there by Sanjay Ganda in goal for Christchurch Indians.
Doesn't take much to get from one end of the goal line to the other, does it?
Yeah, it's such a spectacle what is the modern version of hockey and how quick it can all happen, especially
Absolutely.
the quality of these players that we've got out here.
Yes.
Just like that, there's Machade goes end to end.
Again. Yes, a lot different from the days when we played. It was grass and it was boggy.
Yeah, they I'm sure fond memories of a QBT down here a long time ago in the on the grass fields, probably
Porritt Park.
In Porritt Park, yeah. In what's probably felt like almost snow.
Yeah, well, we did actually that tournament. They had snow in the Port Hills, and the boys were playing in rain, hail, and sleet. And really, Brad, it was hypothermic type conditions that day that we had that tournament.
Yep.
Couldn't wait to get into the showers afterwards.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. And here's Cam Haight. He'll just eye up his options going forward here with the ball. Here come Puke Indians.
Another little wee break here. Nice.
It's Jared Panchia just trying to work his way through here.
Yeah. Sanjay Ganji again with the ball. It's up to the 22. Bit of a loose pass there back in, but not enough power.
And there's Daniel Panchia just does enough there to win his side the free hit. It's a pretty strong back group when you got Daniel Panchia and Nidish Suka for Puke Indians.
Makes it hard for the strikers to get through those two boys.
Entry there by Singh is Machade.
Mitch Hayes again. Weaves his way through.
Yep. And there's that overhead thread again, trying to line up with
Here we
Mukherjee.
go.
Here is a bear Mukherjee.
Yeah, he's got some assistance there with him, but
he's just trying to link the 3D pass up with Cam Hayden there. They play a bit of hockey together at the Waikato University Hockey Club at the moment.
it's good combinations.
Yep, they're familiar with each other.
Combinations work well. Yep.
There's Mitch Hayes on the ball.
Ground pass to Sanjay Kanji. Setting the ball up for another line of attack. Here we go.
And there's Nitish Sukkar on the ball. It's Panchir. Sukkar again. Good small games out there by Pukekohe Indians. They open up the other side of the field.
Straight across the goal mouth. He couldn't do that back in the grass days.
Yeah, that's not going to make it over there.
No, and you wouldn't know whether it was going to go left or right.
There's Hayden on the ball. It's Cam.
Off the stick. Rehan passes it back to Cam. Outside.
Yeah. Well left
Suresh,
there.
yeah. Good spotting by Suresh.
Yeah, I don't know if he can actually see that far, but I guess if he can't see where the guy hit it from, he's probably outside.
Yes, that's true.
There's Panchir on the ball. He's got Sukkar with him. That's a lovely overlap play here from Pukekohe Indians.
Just drawing that player makes all the difference, doesn't it?
And if they can push the other side there, there's some numbers in motion. Great intercept touch there, but
Nice
back
intercept.
there.
No, they've lost it again. Gone back.
It's onto the foot there, and it will be the penalty corner. As we check out the replay here, just a little 50-50 contest that Pukekohe Indians were able to jump onto, and it's this 3D ball there that won the advantage and cleared in the end by Ganda, but it was after the free hit.
Yeah.
So we'll see the I'm sure the penalty corner flicking exploits of Nitish Sukkar. He's deadly from the corner bracket.
He's deadly. He's good, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, so he's set up there at the first bracket. He's got Brett Menezes trapping for him. Set up with the fresh-looking yellow bandana.
Bandana. No mohawk.
Really well run there.
Right.
Really well run.
Got the pairs. Long corner.
Great shot and saved by Ganda.
Oh, yes. So they've had a second attempt. It went to the right.
Yeah. Yeah, they withered a bit of pressure there, the Christchurch Indians. Done well defensively. Yeah, it's really tidy penalty corner running at Nitish Sukkar. They're running a box shape, only allowing him to flick down the middle at Ganda.
Correct, yep. And Sanjay Kanji here having another go.
Here we go, Pukekohe Indians 3-on-3 if they can keep the ball moving. Well cleaned up there by Neil.
Yep.
Just unable to be brought under control.
Young Jat and young Hamish.
And it's going to stay in here for Puke Indians.
Yes.
Through one.
Yes.
Pass. We'll go back for the first free hit out on the dotted circle.
Good defending by young Vivek Lalu from Christchurch.
Lovely transfer of play here if they can get the entry. There it is in front of goal.
And long corner.
And Sanjay Gandhi throwing his body on the line there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Menez is on the turn and burn.
Nice save. Got his foot right across there. Covered it well.
And just like that, how quick a quarter can go when there's action at both ends like that.
Absolutely.
And it's first quarter hockey wrapped up there between Puke Indians and Christchurch Indians. It was a fast start, both sides having opportunity in the first couple of minutes, but it was the Puke Indians who put the goal away in that first quarter, and they find themselves up 1-0 here at Ngā Sports Centre QBT 2022. Ramesh, exciting quarter. There's a lot of action.
A lot of action there. Game moving from left to right, back and forth. It's good use of the space that they're making. It's great.
Yeah, and both teams with plenty of opportunity, which is awesome. That's what we want to see from this level of hockey, is opportunity at both ends of the field.
Yeah, Brad, look, hey, I'd like to take an opportunity here to mention a few of the sponsors that help make this tournament possible. One is the One Foundation and Dawson Insurance, Property Boss, Radar Direct, Bayleys from Rajbana, and Pegasus Health. We were very fortunate with Pegasus Health. They were able to supply us with rats, as it were.
Yep.
So each team were given a box of rats, 5 in each box, and I think there's about 15 of them allocated to each team. So, so we hope to have a nice, safe, COVID-free tournament.
Yep,
Brad,
absolutely.
you know, so our thanks go to all our sponsors, and as always, without sponsors, these things don't happen.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. And as we see both teams come back out here onto the pitch, of course, alongside the sponsors are all the people in the background from each of the Indian sports associations, making sure their teams get down here. Of course, yourself with the Christchurch Indian Sports Club putting on the event for us and hosting the tournament. We're so lucky to be here, and I'm glad it's not raining.
Oh, yes, not raining, not hailing. Yeah. Very first tournament was held back in 1968 at Burwood Park.
Here we go, Christchurch Indians with an opportunity here.
Sanjay and
tidy defensive work there by Panchir and by Suka. And just as this game has been, Ramesh...
That's a good start, isn't it, to the second quarter.
How quickly the game can move end to end. And it's awesome to hear this local crowd starting to get in behind the Christchurch Indians side.
Home boys, home crowd.
Yep.
It's always good to have home support.
Yep. Yeah, and if you're in and around Christchurch this weekend, whether it be today or tomorrow, get down to Ngā Sports Centre and support all the teams on display. But certainly if you're a local Cantabrian, get down and support the Christchurch Indian boys.
Absolutely, and tomorrow's going to be a big day of quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals. So it's going to be a big day tomorrow. And of course with the club cup presentations as well, Brad. So it's going to be good. But these hockey tournaments, the QBT tournaments as we call them, have been a good breeding ground for a lot of New Zealand hockey players to come through over the years. So we're very fortunate. And one of our local boys, Belvin Barner, of course, he made it up to the New Zealand team. But of course injuries took its toll.
Yep. Oh, and even out here we've got guys that have donned the black shirt. It's great to see Jared Panchir out there.
Absolutely.
Played a huge number of games for the Black Sticks men. He is on the ball here.
Such experience, isn't there? Brad. So much experience there with these boys.
Look at that.
Look at that. So much control. Ball's behind him, but he still had full control of that ball. Bring it back again.
Yep. It's fantastic to have these role models out here for Indian hockey in New Zealand.
These role models actually lift all the other players as well, Brad. They really do. I know that when we played with Bell, it was like that.
Opportunity here for Puke, and it's
straight off the line. Oh!
Ball's rolled along the back line.
Yep.
And as they attempt to clear it, that's swept in there in the end by Divin Parsot. As we see the replay here, another baseline entry which just breaks its way past Sanjay Gandha, and that one very nearly went in, but it was the second one.
Yeah. Cam just wasn't able to hold it out.
Yeah, now Puke Indians find themselves up 2-0 early in this second quarter of hockey here. Christchurch Indians going to have to
work a bit harder now, I think.
They're going to have to be the next ones to score, that's for sure.
That's for sure, yeah.
Yeah, remember both teams playing out penalty shootouts yesterday, so nothing on the points table separates the sides.
Very even. Very even.
An outright win will go a long way.
It would do.
Nidish Suka just looks going forward, and that's a lovely pass from Suka.
Yeah. Oh.
And
well, there you go.
Just like that, we go end to end, and it's a third goal for Puke Indians. As we see this lovely overhead pass here from Nidish Suka.
Yep. Going straight through to Johar Singh.
Yep.
Who just happened to be there and made clean work of it.
Yep. Great finish. Knows where the goal is. Wore off the challenge there of Sanjay Gandha, who had come out to contest. And now watch this game, I think, really start to open up.
It has. It's opened it up. It's put a lot of pressure on Christchurch now.
Yep.
They're going to have to work a lot harder.
Yeah, I certainly didn't expect to see a 3-goal lead.
No, not
20 minutes into the game.
Yep, absolutely. It's a fickle game, this one.
Yep. And here they go again, Puke Indians. They don't have the numbers, so they'll just roll out and hold the ball up. Be a good idea.
Absolutely, yep. Singh's got the ball again. He was the scorer, the last scorer. Here we go.
Great tackle too. Hayes got a couple of players coming forward, but that's great defensive work there.
Yeah. The workload from Sanjay Kanji's been quite a lot. He's been up front and he's right down back there in the circle. He's covering a lot of ground. Like Pukekohe working on another attack, building it up.
That's probably too far ahead there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Puke's still putting pressure on here, the Puke Indians, which is great to see. They're not going to sit on a 3-goal and let the game go. Here's an opportunity. Just beats him over the back line there.
Yeah. Arush just couldn't get it.
This is Travis Hari on the ball here for Puke Indians. That's not who you want to pass it to.
No,
that's the danger man.
Good clean shot at it, but defended well.
Yep.
Defended well.
Yeah, and for any defender that's seen Cam Haid running at you, he's got the world's longest forehand drag.
Absolutely.
There's Mitch Haid with the entry.
There you go. Free hit just outside the circle there on the left-hand side.
Here is Cam Haid. And Nidishuka just bails that one out over the back line, so Christchurch Indians will stay in possession of the ball through the long corner. It's Mitch Haid on the ball. We're about midway through the second quarter here. It was Puke Indians 2 goals in quick fashion this quarter. Put them up 3-0. Just doesn't fall to them there, the Christchurch Indians. So
just seems to be eluding them, doesn't it? Yeah, Brad?
Yep. Sukker and Panchia on the ball there. We've also got Kalpesh Mora in front of them. There's Mora there. He's got Haid sweating on him.
Good quick release there.
That's a lovely ball forward to one of the goal scorers there for Puke Indians.
Yep.
He wins a free hit there. It's Divin Parsok with the goal. It's Jared Panchia.
Trying to bring it back into the circle, but just gone to the right.
And there's Neil and Haid.
Nice ball.
And good pressure there by Hitesh Dyer. We'll bring Travis Hari onto the ball for Puke Indians. Here comes the blindside press from Cam Haid, but
yep.
Daniel Panchia does very well. There's Brett Menezes coming forward with the ball. And he earns the penalty corner there.
Oh, no.
Brett Menezes, of course, son of Jude Menezes, long-time coach on the New Zealand Black Sticks program, and now over in Asia, coaching at the moment.
Who's he coaching for?
He's got the Japan women.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was awesome to have Jude was on the call at the recent New Zealand Heritage Hockey final. He was back over in the country for Easter weekend with his family.
Good.
We pulled him in, so yeah, Brett's out there at the moment.
It's great.
We'll see again Nedish Sukker on the bracket. They've actually lined up different in defence. Christchurch 3-1. Great save there by Sanjay Ganda.
Yep.
Yeah, so throwing 2 different defensive looks at him, Christchurch Indians.
There has been, hasn't there? You know, it's very subtle. Here we go. Another penalty corner off the foot.
Yeah, and usually it's for his running, but perhaps there's another reason why he's the world's fastest Indian. That's a quick shot there by Nedish Sukker. As we see this replay here, yeah, you can see them set up 3-1. They run truck and trailer out of the left goal there, opening up the right side for Sanjay, and he knew it's coming down there. They're just throwing different looks at Sukker, not allowing him to settle into the defensive pattern. Breakdown at the top, unfortunate there. And Christchurch Indians do well.
Yep.
Back-to-back defensive efforts.
Yeah, take a breather.
Yeah, and you can see here the Puke Indians just falling out to a half-court press, looking to condense the midfield and negate some of that overhead threat of Mitch Haid. And they win the turnover in the midfield.
Yeah.
It's Kalpesh Mora, and he links up with Jared Panchia.
Slight lapse of concentration there, and ball gone.
Yeah, it's tough when you're playing against that half-court press. You really got to be onto it with your ball movement through the midfield because there's just so many players around.
Yes. Doesn't take much for them to nab that ball off you and have full possession of the ball and take control of the game. Got
a big left overload if they want it. Travis Hari's there. cut off pretty well there by Pukekohe for Christchurch Indians. So they'll go the other way instead.
Up to the baseline, move in. Another great save by Sanjay Khan.
Yeah, just shot on the back of the stick there, didn't quite get low enough to get the blade. Mitch trying to link up with his brother Cam there, just doesn't quite come under control for Cam on the sideline. See again, this Pukekohe Indian side really trying to push their wing halves up the sidelines.
They really are, aren't they? They're building it up right from the back. Full control, full possession.
Oh, that's
nice centre pass.
Great pass in there.
Isn't it? Power, accuracy.
Yeah, and under a challenge.
Yes.
And then he gets there for the intercept. It's the two Panchier brothers there linking up momentarily. Nidish Sukra on the ball for Pukekohe. He's got Kalpesh Mora there. This is Panchier.
Quick take.
Bang, goal.
Bang.
As quick as that.
Quick free hit and gone.
Yep. And it's come again from that infield pass from Daniel Panchier. Just breaking up the defence as we see the, this is his entry pass here. Just falls onto the leg there of the Christchurch defender, but this is heads up play.
Yeah.
Breaks
the
line.
Beautiful clean shot. So much power behind that one there.
Yeah, and that's
good goal. Good goal.
Well finished there by Jig Kishore.
Pukekohe up 4-0.
Yeah, and as mentioned earlier, after yesterday's results, this is certainly not what we expected we were walking into today, Ramesh.
Absolutely.
But such is the speed of hockey and the excitement and quality that is QBT.
That's what it is. It's quality as well.
Yep. Don't let the score think that Christchurch Indians have been playing poorly. No. This is just fantastic finishing by Pukekohe Indians at the moment.
Half a minute to go.
Yeah. There's Mitch Haid. He's got Nova. He's got Pukekohe.
Oh,
circle and
slaps that ball out into the line.
Yeah, Nidish Sukla with the overhand slam.
Yeah.
And the end of the second quarter. End of the first half here between Pukekohe Indians and Christchurch Indians, coming to you live from QBT 2022, hosted by the Christchurch Indian Sports Club here at Ngā Punawai Sports Centre in Christchurch. It's been a cracking first half of hockey and probably a scoreline we didn't quite expect to see.
Not so soon.
Not
as soon as this.
Not this quickly, as we see some nice aerial footage here of the tournament happening at Ngā Punawai Sports Centre. It is half time between Pukekohe Indians and Christchurch Indians. Pukekohe Indians up 4-0 in this first half, and as mentioned just previously, not at all by any poor play by Christchurch Indians, just a fantastic first half by Pukekohe Indians.
And Pukekohe Indians basically taking the advantage and making good use of the ball and putting the ball behind the net.
Yeah, as we see some of the highlights from that first half, it was Cam and Mitch Haid linking up well to start, and it was very nearly an opportunity off the first whistle that was for Christchurch Indians.
Yes.
And what paid dividends for them early in the first quarter especially was the baseline entry for Pukekohe Indians. There's a couple times up on that attacking left, as we see this one opened up a goal here.
Yeah.
They really moved Mitch Haid, who is such a strong free man and middle defender, forcing him to play baseline to baseline, just opened up the rest of the circle for the Pukekohe Indians to capitalise on. And
you only have to give him a little bit of space and he'll take advantage of it, won't he?
Yep, and it's going to be important here as we see both sides out there going through their halftime talks and preparations. This Christchurch Indian side really have to make sure that they can hold periods of possession in this next quarter, build up play, starve the Puke Indians of possession, and take the most of their opportunities. Because this Puke Indian side, when they get a sniff like this and they get their heads up, they will run rampant.
They finish it off well, don't
yep.
they? I'd love to know what Brian is talking to Christchurch about at the moment, telling him what to do.
Yeah, he's in
How
there, very animated in there at the moment. He's directing the boys around, and I know Sanjay Ganda as well. He'll have a fair bit to say.
Yeah.
As will, I'm sure, Mitch Haid. So they've got plenty of experience in there, which is good. They know anything that a team can throw at them in a half, they can throw back if things go their way, and they just have to stick to plan. One of the most important things when you're looking at a scoreboard like this is not to think you have to score all 5 of those goals in the first 5 minutes.
No, you don't. No. And Keaton is probably telling his boys, don't sit back on your laurels just because you're 4 up. Doesn't mean that you've actually won the game yet.
Yep, absolutely. And we've seen, certainly at New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament earlier this year, we saw 3 and 4 goal leads disappear inside a quarter when teams get rolling, and that's
what happens.
Yep.
All of a sudden they get rucked up and blood boils, and anything can happen.
Yeah, and that's the excitement that is QBT. There's players out here that can light up a hockey field at any given moment, and certainly don't expect these guys to sit on their haunches and just think the game's going to come to them. This is going to be an exciting game. This Christchurch side will fight hard, I'm sure, and they won't want to be the team without a win.
Absolutely. There's some aerial, actually Brad here, the aerial shot of the Wellington A and Auckland A. That's always a good game. It's good contest against those two.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Again, after 2 draws yesterday, this men's A competition is really going to be a tight one. And I know we're looking at a 4-0 scoreline here, but the game is certainly not a 4-0 at the moment.
No, it's not over till it's over.
No, and we're looking forward to all these men's A games over this evening, and then finals tomorrow. Yeah, as we can see there, shot of the Puke Indian men's. You can see Jared Panchia talking through his team, and then there is Brian Goldsbury. And the teams will come back out here for the second half. Just a reminder that score is 4-0 to Puke Indians over Christchurch Indians.
That little container you see there, Brad, is full of sugar.
Yeah.
They're getting their dose, as it were.
Yeah, I used to love the playing shorts that had pockets, because you could take a couple extra out with you at the start of the third quarter.
Right. How times have changed. We used to have oranges back in my day. Of course, everybody had turns at bringing them.
Yep.
And the day you didn't bring them, that was the day that you were seriously in trouble, Brad.
Yeah. You used to love the cut oranges when I'd forgotten a mouth guard and needed to chuck one of those in.
True. Okay, so
here we go. Puke Indians with first use of the ball here. We'll see what Christchurch Indians' response is to the current scoreline. This quarter's going to be a big one for them.
It is. Christchurch are going to have to work very, very hard to get back into this game, I think. They're going to have to defend really, really well and attack even more so.
Great entry there by Puke Indians. Yeah, and they've done well there.
Corner.
Yeah, just turned it on the reverse stick there of Mitch Haid, who was trying his best to get his stick out of the road on that infield break. It's a lovely overhead pass.
Yeah. In the first minute of the third quarter.
Yep, and just like that, they'll give themselves another opportunity, and we've spoken about Nidish Suka on the bracket. As we just hear in the distance, a goal on the other turf there to the Wellington side, by the looks of that.
Yes.
And back on main turf here, we've got Puke Indians with their attacking penalty corner here.
Oh, the cross pass.
Yeah, they go the variation.
Yes, the variation, and it's paid off. They got another penalty corner out of that one.
Yes, it's just come up off the line defender there, high into the body of one of the Puke attackers.
Let's have a look at it on the replay.
Yep, into the body here, and they'll get a reset. Yep, they go the same option, and that time it is again.
It just happened so quick, didn't it?
It's a lovely deflection there. Yeah, it looked like it may have been Hiddish Dyer again. That's a lovely finish.
Paid off that time.
Yep, and it was Hiddish Dyer. I told you he doesn't need much space.
One of those things, Brad, you don't expect the same penalty corner twice.
No.
Yeah, that variation.
Yeah, and that was executed, I'm sure, just how they drew it up, that.
Absolutely, yep.
And just like that, the 4-0 we couldn't quite believe is 5-0.
5-0.
And here's Nidish Suka on the ball. He'll snap the hands on it, but it's not got very far. Christchurch Indians with the ball here. Here's Cam Haid. He'll look to get on the outside. He's done well there, Cam Haid.
Still got control. He just couldn't quite finish it off.
He got a little far out in front of him.
Yes.
Suresh Wallab did well there in goal to just drop on it and clear it. Puke Indians will step off the ball, take a bit of a breather. They've done the work in this first 5 minutes. And they'll keep possession here, Puke Indians.
They're just working their way slowly back up into the...
There's the overhead again. There's space out there. Oh, and it was a back of the leg save by Sanjay Ganda.
He came charging out, stopped it, and then deflected off the back of his boot.
I don't think Jig knew where where Sanjay had ended up, because if he just kept rolling on his forehand, he could have walked it in.
He could have. Yeah.
Oh, no, they go and exchange pleasantries up there.
It's good to see that sort of thing. That's great sportsmanship, isn't it?
Yep, Sanjay having a bit of a smile. Jig wondering how the heck that happened.
It's like Sanjay here again. He's got the ball, control. He's a hard worker, that boy.
Tidy little bit of skill there. Machade with a bit of pressure on. He lopped onto the reverse. It's a lovely pass to his brother.
Good brother, yeah.
Cam Haid rolls it onto the boot there of Travisari. There's an opportunity here for Christchurch Indians.
Christchurch.
Great touch tackle in there from Nidish Suka. Had to be made. Cam Haid again winning the free hit.
Oh, it's off the foot.
And that's a little deflection there by Abir Mukherjee. Off the entry pass, just judged to be a little too dangerous, too far away from the goal. And fair enough. So Puke Indians will work their free hit out. Good scramble at the back there by Puke Indians, but nice bit of...
It was enough to stop the Canterbury team going in.
Yeah, nice bit of intent there by Christchurch Indians. They're just going to have to keep turning this up here, but... Great defensive work by Neil there and Haid. There's a foot race into the corner here. It's going to be won by Christchurch.
Getting it under control. Haid's got it.
Yeah, that's fantastic work there again by Suka.
He's a great defender.
And here's the long ball that's...
Well, he's still got the ball on line. It's on the line. Open goal. Defenders are there.
And
no, it was an infringement just before he had the shot.
Yeah, Hiddish just reaching over the back of the stick there. of the Christchurch defender.
Must have just sneaked over the line there, I think, Red.
Yeah, tough to sometimes see on these blue-on-blue turfs. No change of colour at the sideline, but Cam Hay just turned around and had a quick little look to see where that line was.
Yep. If you get away with it, you get away with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lovely touch by Brett Menezes.
Oh. Just a mistrap there and made all the difference, didn't it?
Puke Indians up in a full press here. They're going to try and put some pressure on. They very nearly got it back there, Jig. Here they are again, Puke Indians. Good turnover by Christchurch. Cam Hayes trying to link up, but intercepted well there.
That long shot, the intercept, it's either going to work or it's not going to work, and that occasion there, that was defended well.
Just rolled into the midfield there. Trying to move this Puke defensive group around.
Christchurch retain the ball there. They've got the free hit.
I'll try and get the ball to the other side of the field here. There's just there's a lot of Puke Indians players in the frame, but they're done well.
Good centre pass, but nobody there to get it.
Yeah, Jayant Kanji there in front of goal. Unfortunately, Ramesh, you got to put the stick down before the ball goes past, not after it.
It does help to have the stick on the ground.
It does help.
Yep. I think it's one of the fundamentals that he used to talk to us at school. You can't play the ball if you haven't got the stick on the ball.
Yep. He's turned well on the ball here. There's an opportunity for Puke.
There's another opportunity, yes.
Sanjay Gunda closes that one down well. He makes his save.
Young Millen missed out there. Had a good open shot there for him.
Yep. He was going to get away with that one there. That was... they do well there. Christchurch Indians to work out. It's,
ease the pressure. Take the pressure off again now.
Ash Neil on the ball. Hayden, Neil just working. Hiddish going for the split press.
Yes.
They can win possession.
The sun's starting to break through here again now, Brad. There's a bit of sunshine, but a bit of warmth for the spectators. Ishan has taken the ball up. He's taken a good way up. Ah, good save there, by
great save by Sanjay Gunda. That's really nice
save.
hockey.
Yeah. Pukekohe brought the ball up, passed it across into the middle, had a shot, but Sanjay had read it well. Another attack again. These boys are relentless, Brad.
Yep.
They just keep hammering away, aren't they?
Yeah, I'd say they would have been disappointed to not pick up the points out of yesterday's game, and they've come out with a real want to make amends for that.
They do, yes.
They've been really, really strong here today. This Puke Indian side as we close in on the final 4 minutes of this third quarter. Puke Indians with the one goal this quarter, extending their lead out to 5-0 over Christchurch Indians, the home team and hosts of this year's QBT 2022. And here's Puke Indians again with numbers in motion going forward, but Mache does really well.
Just watched that ball all the way, and he knew when it was time to attack. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And Brad, I think Pukekohe have got it under full control here, I think. As much as I'm a Christchurch boy.
Yep, regardless of the colours you wear, it's been a very high quality game. Yes. And that's all you want. I mean, you'd certainly want the score to be flipped around the other way.
I would.
Christchurch supporter, but look, it's certainly been a very high quality game played by both sides. Just some have gone in the goal at one end and not in the other end.
Yep. Great defending there by Pukekohe. Had full control of that ball on that back line.
Yeah, as mentioned in the build-up, when you've got the likes of Nidish Sukkar and Daniel Panchier, who's been playing back there, and even
it's just given the Pukekohe boys great confidence, a great boost.
Yep, and that's a lovely pass there through to Ishan Patel. He'll pull it in, Ishan. Just throwing it too far ahead of himself there, Ishan, and it's opening up both sides here.
Christchurch come back onto attack, and
yeah, that was just two guys running really fast across each other's lines. Was always going to collide. Yep. Brett Menezes will spend the remainder of this quarter certainly on the sideline.
It's only a minute and a half to go, more or less. Christchurch, if they want to take advantage of it, having one man down, it's time to do it now.
Puke Indians still pushing forward despite being one down.
Just full control.
Yeah, that's really nice play there for being how many numbers?
5 on 1. Yep. Oh, 5 on 2 really, isn't it?
Yeah, they've done well there, Puke Indians, to make something out of not a lot there. And there's Christchurch Indians, they'll work the way out. Ishan Patel there going for the intercept. You love to see that as a coach and as a player. You're up 5-0 and there's 30 seconds to play and your young striker's still diving at every possible intercept.
Yeah. Can't say you're not putting your heart and soul into the game, are you?
Oh, and that's the pride and passion when we play these sort of tournaments and we see these tournaments.
Yeah. You're right. The word passion comes to mind when you play in the red and black.
Yep.
It does something to you.
Yep.
And I'm sure the same with the Pukekohe boys as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great honour and a privilege.
Yeah, and we see a similar thing when we're at our national Māori tournaments. Same thing, the pride of putting on your home colours and representing your people and your culture and where you're from. Absolutely, brings out the best of.
It does, and it's very humbling to be able to do that.
Yeah, as we just hear there the who to go for the end of the third quarter. See again nice aerial shots there from Local Gecko Productions in our broadcast of QBT 2022. It is 5-0 now to Pukekohe Indians over Christchurch Indians, who Pukekohe have played, Ramesh, probably a flawless game today. They've been fantastic.
Totally flawless, yes. Pukekohe boys have been taking advantage of the opportunities that have been given to them and putting it through.
Yeah, as we see some of the highlights from that quarter, again, they just take advantage of getting the ball going forward and having guys nice and high up the circle. This was only 30 seconds into the third quarter where they earned a penalty corner. And they went this left layoff variation. The first one didn't quite pay off, but as you'll see, the second one, they go the same option, and Hiddish Dyer gets into a perfect spot there.
Came off just the way that you wanted it to do.
Yeah, exactly. There's no stopping that one. Unfortunately there for Christchurch Indian, and that was the one that
more or less put the seal on the game, hasn't it?
Just got a message through there from Jude Menezes over he's in Tokyo at the moment, watching this game live, which is fantastic. He'll be pleased with how the Puke boys are going. Perhaps not so pleased to see his young fella sent off with a card, but he'll be happy with how their team are playing this game today. Probably an improved performance, and certainly is on the scoreboard from yesterday's match. but it's awesome to have people tuning in from right across the world.
Here great technology.
Yep, absolutely, to join us for QBT 2022.
Yep. And Brad, on that note, I just want to say Gecko Productions here in Christchurch, you and the production team here done an absolutely fantastic job, and it's great to have you on board with us and put this on so everybody around the world can have an opportunity to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great.
We're sitting around.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're sitting around a table earlier this year trying to figure out how we can make this all work and continue to broadcast Indian hockey and Indian sports, especially what's happening in New Zealand, as far and as wide as we can. For Local Gecko Productions, is all about celebrating growth in the community and opportunities for our community, and through sport is a major way we can do it. So, the more that we can expose our players and our teams and our athletes to an international audience, and show how exciting and great of a spectacle hockey is, it's all for the good.
And the depth of hockey, people can actually see the depth of hockey at this Indian hockey Queen's Birthday tournament level. It's great. It's absolutely great.
And speaking of opportunities, here's another one for Pukekohe Indians. I just rolled one down into the infringement there in the circle for Christchurch Indians. So Pukekohe will come forward here with the set piece. The first couple were straight flicks to Nedish Sukkar, and then they played that left side variation in the third quarter. So you can see Christchurch changed back to that 2-2 setup in the goal there that I mentioned they started with.
Straightforward. And conventional penalty corner there. And top right hand corner there.
Well executed. Sometimes you can send up your Nedish as a little bit of a decoy. They probably ran a little too hot and hard at him.
Here we go, just watching the replay here again.
Yeah, it goes to second, and there's just too much space on the inside of that left line runner there.
There was, yeah.
And when you're flicking from the second bracket there and you can open up that inside corner, that lineman's really got to stay on the line if they're going to run that high box.
Absolutely. Now you had a text message. I've had two text messages, one from Auckland.
Awesome.
And another one from Sydney.
Cool.
So young Sash and his family, he played for Christchurch as well over the previous tournaments, but he's now residing in Sydney. So he and his wife Jana and children will be watching today. So welcome Sushil and Nilisha in Auckland and Nagin.
Yeah, and for everyone that is out there watching either through the New Zealand Indian Sports Association website or Facebook or the YouTube channel, we love to hear where you're tuning in from. It's awesome to see just where we're reaching across the country and across the world with QBT 2022. It's a new opportunity, this streaming from QBT. So
it is.
We want to keep it going and keeping as many people involved as possible.
In the words of Dean Martin, he used to say, keep those cards and letters rolling in. So just keep those texts coming in, folks.
Yep. Yeah, and obviously for all the work that is happening here, we couldn't do it without the sponsors again. The Property Boss, Dawson's Insurance, One Foundation, Radar Direct, Bayleys,
New Zealand Indian Sports Association, and Pegasus Health.
Yep.
So we thank you for all your sponsorship and support.
Yeah, and it's not without sponsors that this sort of stuff happens. So we're lucky to be so well supported. Both the host association, the New Zealand Indian Sports Association, and then our broadcast team able to gain the support needed to put all this on and make sure it happens and celebrate the success that is New Zealand Indian hockey.
Yeah. Well, Brad, just on another footnote there, the New Zealand Indian Central Association, they actually presented the trophy to the New Zealand Indian Sports Club and named it after Dian Chan.
Yep.
And as we all know, or most people would have heard of Dian Chan, one of the greatest hockey players back in the time.
Yep.
Back in the 1930s, they made a couple of trips here to New Zealand over those times, preparation for the Olympics. And so New Zealand Central actually presented the trophy to the New Zealand Indian Sports Association.
Awesome.
So, and they could see that back then the encouragement, the support, and how would you put it, the value of supporting the younger people.
Yep, absolutely. And it's you know, for those of you who haven't been around QBT before or understand or are aware just how rich the history is at this tournament. You know, we're talking years and years of family lineages of players representing New Zealand, players representing, you know, their associations through this tournament.
Absolutely, Brad. 1935-36 is when Auckland, Wellington, Pukekohe and Christchurch started up.
Yep.
And it was only in 1962 that the formation of the New Zealand Central Sports Club had started.
Right. Yeah, as we were speaking earlier with Suresh, and they're celebrating 40 years.
Yes, that's right, CD.
Yep.
Unfortunately, COVID hit them last year, I think it was, wasn't it? That
yes.
They were due to have that anniversary, but they've got a sports club golf tournament coming up.
Right.
Yeah, in September, cool. So it's not far away for that.
Yep.
So for you avid golfers out there, let Suresh know.
Yep.
He'll be happy to see you there in Dannyburg.
Yeah, it's Cam Hayde there just putting a little bit of a skill clinic on, working his way through. We've talked about how strong he is, Cam Hayde. He's just not quite been able to get that last link and pass up. Yep. To get the ball past the goal there of Suresh Wallab.
Just another text has come through, another one from Auckland. Canty Budia, he used to be one of our finest backs that we used to have here in Christchurch. The ball would never go through him. The player would go over him, but the ball would never go through him.
Yep.
So he's watching it today. Welcome, Canty and Prabha. Hope you're enjoying the game.
Yeah, Puke Indians again just doing enough to
hold the Canterbury Christchurch attack.
There's a nice little moment there. Mitch Hayde almost going for the jump on the overhead. Just the fake there from Puke Indians. They had a little giggle about it afterwards. And there is.
They're so relaxed now, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're relaxed. They're feeling at ease.
Yeah, Kalpishmora there, just eyeing up an opportunity to find Hitesh Dyer in the circle, but well defended by Christchurch Indians.
Ball's rolled out over the side.
Yeah, and we bring Mitch Hayde onto the ball. Yeah, it's just over 7 minutes to play here. Mitch Hayde's got Ash Neal on the other side of the field.
Christchurch are going to have to work very, very hard now if they want to try and at least get one goal in there.
Yeah,
not to say that they don't deserve one.
They'll be eyeing up they've got a match this afternoon, which will be huge for them now after dropping this one.
Yeah. Another text has just come through. It's from Jay Parag in Wellington. Welcome, Jay. Hope you and the girls are watching. It's a good game. The score doesn't actually reflect the level of hockey that we've got here today.
And here is Christchurch coming forward through Hayde. It's Hayde as well. It's Cam. That's that drag there, which is deadly.
He's so good, isn't he? So good.
Yeah, it's a 5 metre long drag.
Yeah.
Cam Hayde from one side to the other, and they've earned the penalty corner here.
Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, as we see this replay, it was Cam Hayde just turning inside. It's a nice V-drag and does enough there to win the penalty corner. It'll be interesting to see Mitch Hayde rates himself off the penalty corner. He's up there on the first bracket. In fact, it's a single bracket. If they can execute this well, it's Hayde to trap, Hayde to flick.
And a little bit of redemption there for Christchurch if we can get this through. Beautiful goal, straight down the middle.
Yep.
Nice and high.
Yeah, it's well executed there by Mitch Haid. Great trap from Cam and picked up cleanly, as we see the replay here, much to the joy of the crowd here at Puna Sports Centre. Yes, Rish Willabin goal just kind of gone down, maybe preempting a little bit of a
low ball.
But Mitch Haid's seen that and just gone straight over the top.
Yeah. So that takes the score to 6-1 to Pukekohe.
Yeah, and here they come back again so quickly as
In
Puke
reply,
Indians, and that's a
look at
goal.
that. How fast was that, Brad?
Just
How
like
fast
that.
was that?
We hadn't even written the scoreboard up for Christchurch's goal, and Puke turned straight around. Here's the overhead, turn on the inside. This is a great little entry.
Yeah. What a reply back from Pukekohe.
Yep.
You might get one, but we'll come back with another.
Yeah, and that's the tale of the tape today. Everything that Christchurch have been able to do, Puke have just been able to do a little bit better execution.
Absolutely, yes.
And here's Abir Mukherjee, just threading it through.
And a
And
beautiful
there's one back,
back.
and that's Cam Haid.
Cam Haid.
And we've had 3 goals in 3 minutes. 2 to Christchurch, 1 to Pukekohe, and that's 7-2 now to Pukekohe. We were waiting for some sort of Cam Haid magic.
It's come through.
Yep, here he is, as you can see. Big drag.
He did the same yesterday.
Yeah.
He did the same yesterday. He went through 8 players and flicked it in. Beautiful. He's great to watch, isn't he?
Yep.
Great to watch.
Yep, and here come Puke Indians trying to make it another one.
Yeah.
This is a break forward here for Puke Indians. Clean.
Cleaned.
Got all of the ball. This is a bit like a Marvel movie.
It was, wasn't it?
Ramesh, if you think it's over just because it's 5-0 and you don't stay in the theatre after the first credits happen, you're going to miss something.
You're going to miss up. Yep. You know what they say? You miss, you blink and you miss.
Yep. Yes, Christchurch Indians, they're going to come forward through Mitch Haid. He wants to throw something over. And there it is. He's got a Abir Mukherjee, but Nedish Suka with the cut-off. Suka does well. Yeah, this has been really end-to-end, really exciting game of hockey.
It has been. Yep.
You love seeing 9 goals in a game. You'd love for it to be a little closer on the scoreboard, but look,
you don't expect 9 goals in a game. But it's the 7 goals that Pukekohe have got. It's not because Christchurch have got poor defence.
No.
They've just taken advantage of the opportunities that were given to them.
Yep. Yep. It's a real spectacle for quality goal scoring.
Absolutely. And you know, Christchurch shouldn't walk away with their heads down. They should walk away with pride. And Pukekohe, of course, they're going to have their heads up high.
Yep. Yep. And both teams, as
there they go.
As mentioned, we'll have a game again this afternoon. Christchurch's game will become very important, so they'll want to take some momentum here from this 4th quarter into that game. Scoring 2 goals will certainly help.
Keep their opportunities alive for the rest of the tournament.
As we close in on the last minute and a half here of the game, Christchurch Indians with the long corner. There's a transfer ball and he's wide open.
He's wide open, isn't he? Let's see what we can do with this.
And that's where you can see the difference, I think, in experience between, you know, for somebody like Cam Haid. He crosses that line and he's shooting.
Yeah.
It's not looking for anything other. That's a lovely pass by Ashley Neal. And they do enough, Puke, there to steer it off.
Right. We're into the last minute of the game, folks.
Now walk onto this one, throw it to the other end of the field. It will just about spell us the end of this match here.
That's about it, really, isn't it, Brad?
Yep. This is one of those games where certainly no team played poorly, just one team played extremely
better.
Yep, extremely well and clinical.
Even in the last seconds of the game, Pukekohe still putting the pressure on there.
Clinical attacking hockey, and that hooter there does bring the end of the game between the Pukekohe Indian men's and Christchurch Indian men's sides. Final score 7-2 to Puke Indians, and absolute cracker of a game here. This men's A competition at QBT 2022 is going to be fantastic as it runs on this evening and again tomorrow.
Absolutely. Pukekohe have played really, really well here. Seven goals up, and Christchurch they actually played well.
Yep,
they played well. There was a little bit of an experience there from the Christchurch team, number 11, Vivek. I think it's Vivek Lalu. It's his first tournament, so Excellent. It's good grounding for him. He plays for boys high school here in Christchurch, first 11. So good grounding, and this will help his first 11 hockey.
Yep, absolutely,
immensely.
Absolutely, and it's an awesome tournament. Now, Ramesh, thank you so much for joining us on the call for this game. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to have you here with all your involvement in Christchurch Indian Sports Club and New Zealand Indian Sports Association. Thanks for joining me on this one.
Brad, thank you very much and giving us the opportunity. And on behalf of the Christchurch Indian Sports Club, I want to thank everybody and every team that's here. Hope you have a wonderful weekend really, and all our supporters as well. So thank you, and Brad, back to you.
Awesome. So we will be back shortly with the next men's B game coming up here from Puna Sports Centre. Join us on the New Zealand Indian Sports Association website, Facebook page or YouTube channel, and we will be back with the next game shortly.